Dover-Sherborn Worldwide News. Hello!
Hi,
and welcome to DSWN News. That is Dover-Sherborn Worldwide News, covering all our bases. I'm Art Crandall, head anchor.
And I'm Brad Crandall, head anchor. We'll have to work this out.
We'll work this out. I mean, please, give us some slack. It is only our first show. But before we even get into it, may I just introduce my co-anchor, if you will, the snazzy. You're looking snazzy today, Brad.
Thank you. You are too, Art.
You know, I will notice that you are wearing sunglasses, and it is not night. Where is the pun on that song?
I forget who sings that song, but it's a good song. But you know why I'm wearing these sunglasses, right?
Why are you wearing those sunglasses?
Because the lights in the studio are very bright, so it's helping me cope with that.
I'm going to do something really funny. I'm going to point to this camera, and then it's going to go to me. Hey, what's going on? My name is Art Crandall. Let me just say that I went on Google today to find my first scoop for the story, and I was censored. Now, yes, you could give me bunny ears. But I went on Google today, and I was censored. Can you believe that, Brad?
Well, you look like a big censor right now. You're all black, and I don't think they can even see your body on the screen right now.
Oh, I do kind of look like a ghost, if I will. You can only see
floating hands
and everything. The reason I'm wearing black on black is that's exactly what I saw when I went on the Google website today, is censorship today. Now, I saw the whole act with SOPA and PIPA, which, believe it or not, SOPA stands for Senior Officer Present Afloat on a naval cruise ship, but that's not what it means in today's story. In today's story, SOPA means the Stop Online Piracy Act. Now, PIPA stands for the Protection of Intellectual the Privacy Act. So online, basically what they're trying to do is protect everybody from copyright infringement.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Copyright infringement?
Copyright infringement. So basically, if I wanted to do anything and post it online on a video on YouTube, if I was copyright infringement on the MPAA, which is the Movie Picture Association of America, I would have to double check with them before I posted it, because they could remove it at any time.
Oh, wow. So this could even be affecting our show.
So it could be affecting our show if we go on any copyright infringements. So
we won't do.
Which we won't do, but we probably will without finding it.
Yeah, you know? Who knows?
The problem is that a lot of people are thinking that this is going to interrupt any makeshift websites that they might have. Now, for instance, if we were to make a t-shirt hub with, you know, something that said, you know, like Terry the Tiger, you know, they're good. You know, maybe people wouldn't like it, and the litigation for the internet will have a whole company running it for them, so they can shut down, you know, Google, Yahoo, Wikipedia, if anybody puts any kind of copyright infringement information on
Cuckoo for Cocoa cereal would be like...
Yes,
would be bad.
Yes, Cuckoo for Cocoa cereal would probably be not the best slogan I've ever heard.
I kind of need to learn a little more, you know?
We'll do a little bit more, but now that I've shared...
quite intense.
Yes. So what story do you have to tell us today?
You know the boat that sank, the ship? Mm-hmm. You know what it's called, right?
I know it was a cruise ship, and I know it was called the Modern Titanic.
Oh, yes.
It was, because I just made that up. But of course... I digress. Let's go back into your story.
Okay, yes, but the captain of that ship, we'll put the name right here, because I'm kind of running a blank right now.
It's all good. You're new to this sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's right here. Hold on, let me see. So, that was the name of the ship, and the captain of the ship says he actually left. He pretty much was one of the first ones to evacuate the ship. And I gotta some info on my phone this morning. Smart. This thing is super smart. And
that is one smartphone, Brad, if I might mention myself. I mean, you know, it's tough when you find a phone that's actually smarter than yourself.
You know,
it's very hard.
But it's very helpful.
It's very helpful, though,
so,
I will admit.
The thing, he said that he had tripped into a lifeboat. It's a quote. He tripped into a lifeboat. And he actually, luckily it was right by the land or whatever, but still, any captain that's the first one off his ship is, come on, man.
You know, and you
people
could...
are calling him chicken, you know? So.
You could definitely tell that he was not a good captain that goes down with his ship if he's the first one on the lifeboat.
Yeah, exactly. You know, leaving many passengers just to sink.
You know, if I may interrupt our storytelling right now, I mean, you're looking very, very snazzy today. I mean, this is a new look for you.
Yes,
but before we even say that, I happen to notice that you didn't shave today.
Ooh. Hey, don't go on the close-up on me right now.
Well, I mean...
well, hey, I'm sorry. I got a late jump this morning, and I was very tired, and give me some slack.
All right, my co-anchor apologizes.
This is a new hairstyle for me, though.
If I may,
see this?
You're wearing dress pants, but not dress shoes. You're not wearing dress shoes today. Would you like to show the people what you're actually wearing today? Those are some...
Hey,
are those sneakers?
Hey, I fooled you on the dress pants, so these are athletic pants.
Oh, there you go. You're wearing athletic pants, too. Excellent.
Yeah. But you know what? You couldn't even notice.
Well, I mean, from the top up, you know, I could be wearing boxer shorts right now. But I'm not, trust me.
Let's see what you...
I'm legit wearing dress pants and some nice dress shoes.
One up in me. One up in me.
And black socks. Yeah. I couldn't help but notice you're wearing white socks.
Anklers. I didn't know that you were going to call me out like that, but hey.
That's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the scene, because this is local news as well. We're going to talk about Dover-Sherborn High School and the junior varsity basketball team that just won 3-3 this season. That's right. So they're doing very well.
They are.
What we're going to do as a token, we actually have our charming, tall, handsome, charming reporter, Brad Crandall, on the scene to get a couple of the high school reactions from these kids. Let's go to that now.
Oh, thank you, by the way. You guys are looking very good, too, out there. I'm Brad Crandall, and I can't seem to find any JV basketball players out here, but or high school, for that matter, so...
Oh, I couldn't help but notice that you are looking very charming and handsome out there.
Oh, why, thank you. You are, too. You know, it's just the... We were blessed with these looks, you know, so you might as well be on TV.
Brad, is there anything you'd like to say to your reporter on the scene, Brad Crandall?
Yeah, how is the weather out there, Brad Crandall? It's Wednesday, January 18th right now, and the other weather this week is... It is pretty cold. I'd say it's jacket weather, and I am definitely underdressed for this cold. So, I think I should probably have some mittens on, maybe a hat. Go out kind of prepared today and this week, you know, should be pretty chilly. So, alright, thank you guys. This is Brad Crandall with the weather. Oh, you guys are looking handsome in there. I'm telling you. You guys are looking good. Keep doing your thing.
Looking at beautiful. It was great to hear from Brad Crandall, our reporter on the scenes.
Was. Yeah, you're looking good too, Brad Crandall.
Excellent. Good looks on those good looks, if you will. Now, as we go back into the Dover-Sherborn news, I couldn't help but notice that reading today's paper, Dover actually surpassed every other town as being the #1 for income in Massachusetts.
It was Sherborn.
Was it Sherborn?
Yes.
Sherborn I need to double check my stats.
Trust me, that is correct. Sherborn is now the richest town. So,
Sherborn,
congratulations,
surpassing Dover as the richest town. That is interesting, right there. I wonder if feuds will start.
We'll put the list on right now of the richest towns this year.
So those
top 10
are the top
whatever.
10. We'll go top 10. You know what?
Maybe
we have
top
the
20,
we have the top 10 right there. We're gonna shrink it to the top 3. All right.
Power.
And that is the power of camera. And you know what else is the power of camera? Going to camera, that camera right there. Yes. Hi, it's a close-up of me. And now, to show you some more camera magic, I'm going to bring you to my co-anchor, Brad.
Hi, yes, so we got more stories here. There was a girl that was 15 that lured a victim into a gang attack earlier. And it was a 17-year-old boy that was beaten by 17s during this.
So basically, what we have here is a tongue twister.
A tongue
Seven
twister.
teens, or 7 kids in their teens. How old was the girl again?
A 15-year-old girl.
15-year-old girl helped lure a 17-year-old guy
into an alley
7
in Chicago.
teens. In an alley in Chicago. That's terrible. That's
Isn't that
terrible
awful?
news. I mean, honestly, and you couldn't be more of a tongue twister, bringing the lighter side of that, you know.
They are being charged, though, which is good. And the video went viral, so look it up on YouTube.
So the video is now viral. And speaking of viral videos, guess who just went viral?
Me?
We did. Right now, posting this on YouTube. That is what I call a viral video. And
Hopefully.
with other news, let's go into the private of the English, the manner. Did you hear that actually the other week a woman, I believe it was a body was found in the courtyard of the manor in England? Isn't that ridiculous? Talk about royal problems right there.
Seriously,
I
talking
mean,
about some royal...
that is some royal
Jeez.
issues, if you will. Now that's a heck of a cleanup job to take care of. Not to even mention, a mystery in itself.
Scary is what it is. You know? A
Now
mystery.
speaking of
Could it
people,
be Jack the Ripper?
it could be.
It'll come back.
It could be.
Who knows?
You never know. But speaking of people getting hurt, I heard that there was an injury. If we may switch.
Actually, yes. There might have been a few injuries. I mean, that kid that got pummeled may have been injured. But beside that, I heard that Tebow was playing through injuries during their playoff loss that he sustained during the New England Patriots game.
Well,
Injuries.
Yeah. So
Rib,
basically,
lung, and chest injuries.
Really? So what you're saying
During the
is that
45-10 loss.
45-10. You know what they said about Tebow is that Tebow was Jesus praying to Brady, who was God. Now I don't condone that sort of religious thing, but if I may say that Tebow was quoted as praying after the Patriots scored the first touchdown. So that means that it was okay. He just started praying a little bit too late before the Patriots had started the game, and it happens. It happens to the best of us. We always wait until the last part.
It's like war, They both are praying, so it's like
there's
really no advantage.
Who's going to choose at the end?
Yeah. So.
And there was a injury to Hall, wasn't there?
Hall?
Yeah. Maybe not. We'll have to cut that part out. Who was
I think we should leave it in.
You think we should leave it in? That's even better. Let's make it. It's our first show, no cuts. This is going to be all anarchy. But we do. I heard that that last segment with our live interviewer Brad Crandall on the scene, handsome guy, man. I noticed that we're going to get a little bit technological next show. We're actually going to have a live action cam in replacement of our man on the scene, Brad Crandall.
Brad Crandall's thrown
of course, no one can replace Brad Crandall, but we'll try our best, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I just recently found in local news that Jerry's Kitchen at Tri-County is going, or excuse me, Jerry's Restaurant is going to be opening its doors to the public and parents of people around the Tri-County region area.
Which is Franklin, which isn't local to us.
It's not local, but it is in Massachusetts, which makes it sort of local. I mean, Massachusetts is one of the 50 states.
I went to Tri-County. Great school. And you went to Dover-Sherborn.
And I went to Dover-Sherborn, so we've covered both of our bases.
Absolutely. Did you hear that Bizoo Doo-Doo Zippity Pop 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 got arrested?
Bizoo Bippity Bip
time.
Bip Bop Bop? What? You're going to have
Bizoo Doo-Doo Zippity Bop 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 was this guy's name.
Could you say that one more time?
Bizoo Doo-Doo Zippity Bop Bop Bop.
I could not even begin to try and pronounce that for our audience at home.
Well, the only reason I said that is because of his name. I just thought it was quite fascinating.
So, how does one get a name like that? You have to be on a courtroom TV, if you will, and just be, and it's got to be court TV, something on like Channel 14, some local, maybe cable access news station that would report on it, and just go to the courtroom and say, I would like to legally change my name to Zippity Boop Beeboo Bop Bop Bop.
No,
Bizoo Zippity Bop Bop
Bizoo Doo-Doo.
Bizoo Doo-Doo Zippity Bop Bop Bop. That is a terrible name. That is awful.
Come on.
That is just terrible. I mean, what kind of parent would allow that kind of name? They probably...
No, he changed his name. That is what happened. He changed his name to that.
That sounds to me like a guy that wants to get arrested just so he has his name.
Well, now he's famous.
Paper.
Yeah, you can look him up. Bizoo Doo-Doo Zippity Bop Bop Bop. Picture comes up of him.
That's just hilarious.
Unfortunately, it's not good publicity because he screwed up his probation and he got arrested again. And now the whole world knows about it.
That's unfortunate because,
is.
the whole world probably wouldn't have cared as much if his name wasn't Bizoo Doo-Doo Zippity Bop Bop Bop. Thank you. That took 6 times for me to get, and finally I got
it right. And then, yes.
Now, couldn't help but notice the Bruins are doing well.
Oh, they're doing great. Fun team to watch.
After their loss to Carolina Hurricanes the other night, they actually came back to the Florida Panthers in an overtime shootout,
which they
with Krejci actually scoring the 5-hole goal.
Oh, they lost last night.
They lost last night though to Tampa Bay, which was a rough game. If anybody was watching that, very rough game.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to go seeing those guys in action very soon.
And the Patriots.
And the Pats.
And
Speaking
Celtics,
of the Pats,
hopefully.
I was looking up on
Do better.
a little bit of Ace tickets. Since we're not dropping, we're taking all money, by the way. Please, fundage. If you guys want to send your money in to the show, please feel free to direct an envelope with $1 to DSWN Worldwide News,
or some news,
or some news,
breaking story,
not Junction Street. Thank you. That is just throwing it out there, if you will. Not 8 because
we don't want
somebody else getting that money.
That money in the wrong hands could be bad.
It's a dangerous thing.
All right. Did you know that the Dolphins are choosing between 3 coaches right now, and that the Colts fired their head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Am I looking down? These glasses are helpful. I'm just like, the Colts fire their head coach, Tim Caldwell, and the Dolphins are looking, and the Dolphins are choosing between 3 coaches. Todd Bowles? I wrote it way too small. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Bowles.
We gotta work on those cue cards there, Brad.
Packers offensive coordinator Joe Philbin and Broncos offensive coordinator Mike McCoy.
Excellent.
So who knows?
So it is going to be a trifecta of sorts, if you will, for coaches. At the meantime, now only one will win. Do we know who?
No,
Are we taking our picks? We got to have our picks.
gambling is not allowed. No,
All right.
maybe it is.
Well, gambling...
We can do it off camera.
Probably off the camera, but on the camera, no. We're sticking to just the facts and just the DS worldwide.
Hey, do you know that there are some science news, too? Scientists create a multicellular life using gravity and pressure, using a type of yeast.
So, basically, what we're talking about here is creating life. So, scientists are starting to create multicellular organisms from life. So, they're creating life. Sounds to me like a simple cartoon episode, with a little bit of Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola.
Oh, yes.
Yes, absolutely. We all know which one I'm talking about. If you don't, please feel free to look it up.
Absolutely. Hey, I got more news.
More news.
Sorry. It's kind of... You know how we're doing it? It's our first show, so... We are kind of jumpy right now. We'll get more together, but...
Sorry, boss.
So, Daniel Alfredson, sorry, blah, blah, blah. And Zdeno Chara were named the All-Stars this year, All-Star captains, and they'll be choosing their team.
So it's going to be like a draft, if you will, for the teams this year. But they already have the players, so what they'll be doing is basically a high school dodgeball, almost. Yeah, it's like a high school dodgeball.
They get to choose who they want, I think.
Well, they have a few selects. Yeah, they have a list set up, so it's pretty much like the fat kid in dodgeball is going to be the last one picked.
It's probably not going to be picked.
There's not going to be a fat kid on that team, though. I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
Anybody playing NHL hockey probably is in good shape.
Yes,
But if I may digress, couldn't help but notice that in other news, there's a bunch of Sherborn members that are working for the local animal hospital now, volunteering.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Sue Cassell is actually working on Mixie, who is a black lab undergoing an operation. Yes, I did just read that out of the paper. Yes, this is our news right here, and we have to admit that in doing the local news, sometimes we joke around, but there's plenty of stories out there in your daily newspaper. And you should always just double check to know what's going on near you.
So we can't get them all.
We can't get them all.
We will eventually, hopefully.
But I will say that the Sherborn Democrats are holding a caucus for 2012 coming up, too.
Oh, wow.
Which is going to be very interesting. Do you have any favorites? Breaking news.
Italians tally 11 dead and 21 missing from the cruise ship disaster.
Oh, no.
Not good.
Not good at all. Now, what we're hoping for is as many survivors as can possibly, be helped, of course. We don't want another modern Titanic travesty. Now, I'm telling you, that is going to catch on. That modern Titanic thing.
Yes, but the thing is that it was so close to land that it's not like the Titanic, really.
And there's no iceberg.
There was a lot of people saying that if they were in that situation, that they would just jump and doggy paddle their way to the shore.
It's very interesting that many people, that close to shore.
But the thing is that it was frigid water, at least cold water, and that, I guess, from the ship coming down, it creates a pull. So if you landed, you could probably get pulled. That's what I heard. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this guy was lying to me. But.
Well, usually when I ask Mr. Google a question, he always comes up with some kind of good answer.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to say that, just again, this is Dover-Sherborn Worldwide News. I'm anchor Art Crandall. This is my co-anchor, Brad Crandall. And we are just giving you the fascinating worldwide news as it comes to us. It'll be a weekly scheduling, I'd say, of show of sorts. And today's episode was just to get us out there. We have one more story.
That there was a 49ers fan shot by a Saints fan after the 49ers win at an Applebee's in Duluth, Georgia. Guy got shot in the stomach and was in critical condition.
I heard on that story, before we even break for the end of the show, I heard that the Saints and 49ers, actually, that gentleman watching in the Applebee's restaurant, he said to the guys that he would be back for them after the Saints lost. The gentleman then exited the restaurant and were greeted by Agno, I believe the last name of the shooter, Agno, and were shot, one in the stomach, one to a minor blow in the head. Now, if you ask me, Brad, I will say that a minor blow in the head with a gun is usually the sign of, like, you know, trace bullets.
Yeah.
It sounds like someone missing their mark.
Yes, it sounds
Which is a lot like the Saints quarterback during that game. Ooh,
Zinger.
Zinger. I apologize. But, did you have any more stories, Brad?
I actually don't. That was all I had, all I could fit on this cut.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten our great big giant cue cards up and running.
We're trying to get a laptop on our desk
on the
here,
show,
just so we can kind of other breaking.
Well,
news
this is winged. We'll call it improv news. So it'd be like Dover-Sherborn Worldwide News Improv. But that'll just get too long and confuse everybody. For this week in news, I'm Art Crandall.
And I'm Brad Crandall.
It's been a wonderful day. You have a wonderful afternoon, Dover-Sherborn.
It's been great.
This
has been a presentation of Fine Funny Productions.